Hi, everyone. I just want to make a quick message, um, like kind of reflecting on what lots of teachers are talking about right now and sharing my experience. Right now, a lot of light workers, a lot of spiritual teachers are talking about we are in a stage right now in springtime to manifest abundance for ourselves. And what does that mean? Like, how do you do that? So I just wanted to share my experience, how I've been seeing it happening. Um, and it's actually in a way that I never kind of even thought of. A lot of times we have things buried that we didn't know it was an issue even. So last video I shared about like me coming to this house and kind of my poverty mindset that I didn't know I had, or was it even much of an issue, or how much it wasn't an issue. So that poverty mindset also trickled into my relationship with food. So I come from communism, I come from peasantry, basically. I come from Holocaust survivors, World War II veterans, Perestroika era immigration. So we've had generations of lack in even food, clothing, whatever. So all of that I carried with me and I didn't realize how much. So recently I just was drawn to make a purchase that was for food that was a little bit more than I would normally do. So I was always a picky eater, so I always preferred to like eat quality, but I would always kind of be more practical with it, or would say, no, I shouldn't have this, always kind of watching my weight, but never successful with it. Well, not to say never, but in my 30s, I started having trouble and getting frustrated. Like, how is it I eat so healthy? Why am I having issues with weight? Um, so recently, just the past couple week, I was just drawn to this seafood, right? So there was a company that I purchased seafood from before. And one would think it would be, like decadence or whatever, it would be like some red caviar, seafood salad. Yeah. But my mindset at the time was like more practical. Like I wasn't, okay, it'll ride, it'll be good. Um, so I kind of was drawn like, let me see, like I want to see what else they have, but they didn't have anything that I would want to do. Then another company, the algorithm, like through social media, sent me another company, and that company had like crab cakes and lobster bisque and like more stuff. And I found myself getting excited about food. I'm going to be 37 soon. I've rarely been excited about food. I've actually spoke to somebody who's a foodie. Like I've been around people who are foodies and I could never understand why they're excited about food. Like who cares? Okay, food is about nutrition and you eat it and you're over. It's over. I've never been like, my taste bud never felt like excited. Like my mind never like, ooh, I can't wait to eat this. Like I've never had that experience. So I found myself excited about this order that I placed. It's a pretty large order, just arrived. And I could kind of didn't realize how much I purchased. Is like, this will last me for weeks to keep it in the freezer. And the whole time it's been on its way, I'm like so excited. Like I've never been excited about food. I've never been excited about orders. And even the food that I've been making for myself, like let's say I would buy shrimp. Normally I would go for the small or the medium size, like get jumbo. It was so much better. Like everything and my taste bud, even like the stuff that I would normally eat, I would be more excited about eating it. So I'm just keeping track of time. And just my taste buds. So, but what's interesting here, it's not just about enjoying food, that's nice. But what's interesting here is the thoughts. What kept me from enjoying food in the past? It wasn't necessarily the fact that I was a picky eater and I had some sensory stuff. Like there's like pudding that I don't talk, like I have a sensitive gag reflex. It's the thought, like every time like I would get up to cook something or prepare a meal for myself, I would hear either my parents or my ex from my first relationship, who are always controlling what I eat and kind of always pointing out, even though like my parents, let's say we were in COVID together, like quarantined together at the house, I got on a health program and I lost 20 pounds and they gained probably more than 20. And they were still constantly making comments about something I ate. I didn't realize how much that was affecting my relationship with food and how like I couldn't enjoy food. Like I remember when I was staying with them, I would be like praying like, oh God, they wouldn't come into the kitchen. Like I was like too tired. I don't want to deal with their toxic shit. Let me just make my meal quickly and get the hell out of here. I never ate in front of them. Like I couldn't, because it would be like nonstop comments and bombard. You eat too much of this, you should eat this. But then like they would let's say like they will offer me vodka, but then right away they'll become like, oh, you can become alcoholic. Like, why are you offering me that? It would be like nonstop toxicity going back and forth. Even though, you know, they would just have no control over their eating habits or consumption. So I didn't realize how much that toxicity is like constant. Like I would sense it, but I didn't realize how much it was affecting my perception of food, or how like the fact that I don't get excited about food. It's like, of course, why would I get excited if I'm constantly hearing that, right? If I'm even at a restaurant with somebody, I would still hear my parents and my ex who would also be controlling what I ate because he wanted me to skinny, even though he was a massive eater and lived in a household that his mom was like constantly cooking and baking, but then I shouldn't eat that. It's like eat, but don't eat. It would be the same thing. Eat, but don't eat. So it's like a total mind fuck nonstop. So of course, why would I want to even go, let's say, on a date and enjoy food, or even with a friend, which I've done, but like I would never like get super excited. Like I would see them getting really excited about what they're eating, and I would be like, I don't get it. Like, yeah, okay, it's good, but like, why get so excited about it? And now it kind of like comes through and my taste buds, and I'm monitoring my thoughts more and like telling them to get the hell out. I'm gonna enjoy the shrimp, I'm gonna enjoy the crab cakes, I'm gonna enjoy the sour cream. Like I come from a culture, the Ukrainian cultures are really big on sour cream. I love sour cream. I've stayed away from sour cream for several years and I'm enjoying it right now. And so I'm like, that is brings me joy. I'm like, get the hell out of here, these negative thoughts. I want to enjoy food for the first time in my life, whatever it is, like even like vegetables, sweet pepper. It tastes like I would eat sweet pepper all the time, but it tastes different now. Broccoli tastes different. Even like lettuce tastes different. Like everything, like my taste bud is like they woke up. It's really interesting. It's really exciting. And I'm like, I'm worried about gaining weight, but I'm like, I want to eat. I can't like now, like I can't stop thinking about food. Like, what am I gonna eat next? Like I can't wait. Oh, my crab cakes just arrived. And actually I got a thought, like this thought popped into my head while I was ordering my Instacart for my food. Like I make these stuffed mushrooms with crab meat, and I haven't made them in like a decade at least. And I thought like, get it. Like it was like so quick, and I'm like, okay, I'll get it. You know, like the crab meat, it's mushrooms, and so like I haven't had that thought, but it's actually they're very good. So it's just like more ideas for food. I can't wait. I don't care if I gain weight at this point. I can't wait. So I just kind of want to share how this abundance manifestation is occurring for me, and how important it is to notice what those negative thoughts are. They're and how much they're holding us back from our abundance, receiving our abundance.